I see a question from Keith. This initiative started in 2020 with a goal of 30% conserved by 2030. Assuming that we get there, when will the ocean actually benefit from new conservation measures and fishery prohibitions? What could be the proposed actions at the end of this designation process? Couple of things. I would not use the term fishery prohibitions for 30 by 30. We're looking at a big tent movement here, and we don't view fisheries, commercial or recreational, as necessarily being incompatible with 30 by 30. It just depends on the biodiversity impact of that fishing. So just a flag on that, in case people were picking up on that term. In terms of when the ocean will actually benefit, I hope as we go. I hope that as we implement, new, at its core, I think 30 by 30 is a way to really drive making good things happen for the ocean. And so I think as we, identify new threats to biodiversity, estuaries have come up a lot, for example, and the fact that big threats to estuaries are, habitat alteration, filling, things like that, water quality. So if we're able to use 30 by 30 as a way to address some of those threats, I think the benefits would start immediately as you see those regulations come online. I think things like the Decadal Management Review have shown that the ocean's already benefiting from MPAs, at least for highly targeted species in some places. So I think it's going to be kind of you'll see benefits accrue as we put more spatial management, measures in place, not necessarily more, but as we drive forward on those 4 different actions that we've prioritized. And then the proposed actions at the end of the designation process, not 100% sure if I'm tracking that question, but I think we've heard a lot. Kind of a common theme on this webinar is like, what's the plan for stewarding 30 by 30 areas into the future? And I think that's something we're really looking at closely, is like, how do we make sure that once an area is designated as a 30 by 30 conservation area, it continues to achieve biodiversity benefit? I think a lot of that will come down to individual management plans for different types of areas, but it's definitely something we're considering. We don't want to just say, okay, we've designated something as conserved on a map and now it's done, right? So we want to be actively stewarding these areas into the future.